Okay, so just I will start out with some explanation of this Media Exprimo project. This was the project that we collaborated with engineers and also designers. It was a transdisciplinary project, and the aim of this project was to design cultural and also technological platform for everyday people to express their everyday feelings or thoughts in everyday life in a form of storytellings. And we say that Japanese society is regimented, as Professor Singh has been just explaining, that in general we're not so used to state or appeal our opinions in the public or share to have like a debate with someone. But after we experienced that big earthquake, everyone is aware of being it's important to being critical about media, and also we already know that it's very important to have everyday conversation with neighbors in the local community, or to engage with those community organizations or local sectors are very important too. So what we're trying to do in this storytelling workshops and activities we have been designing and implementing was to design activities to somehow probe everyday people's stories inside of them, to make it expressed and also to be shared with others. So we have been developing many kinds of storytellings and its activities, but in today's presentation I will like to show these three examples. And in many workshops we refer to Japanese traditional word play or card games. For example, the karuta is something traditional card game we usually play in New Year days. That it's consisted by a pair of drawing cards and also reading cards. And Anglo-Japanese is actually something we invented, word and photo play with a series of photos and some sentences. And lastly, Media Conte have a form of storytelling called digital storytelling, which is actually a short, like 2 minutes video with only still photos with a narration, basically. And before I will show you the examples of the storytelling activities, I would just like to mention about the survey. Statistical survey we also conducted in Media Exprimo project after Exprimo 1. This was conducted in July 2011 in Bunkyo Ward in Tokyo, which is University of Tokyo is located. We have a campus in this area, and this is located in very central area of 23 central wards area of Tokyo. And we asked residents about the media usage and also civic engagement after the earthquake. For the civic engagement we designed, we asked several questions, something like basic question is like, did you donate money or goods for the disaster area? And also like, do you volunteer? Did you participate in some volunteering activities? Or something like, we also asked them to did you kind of check check some buildings are okay or not in local community, or did you upload or see some information in the website, also using including social media? So what we got from this survey, we thought there were two important results we got from the statistics. the first one is talking with neighbors about things happening in local community was the strongest variable, which means because the nuclear accident, there was a time more people were talking about political. That should be the time that more people were talking about political issues. But in terms of civic engagement after the earthquake, talking with neighbors about local things, like chatting or just have a conversation with something happening in a local community was the strongest variable effective in terms of the civic engagement after the earthquake. And second one is there were two separated routes to civic engagement after the earthquake, mainly distinguished by age, which means there were two networks who were very active for the civic engagement. The one is more older aged people who are belonging to the community organization or community media. That one. And on the other hand, there were more younger generation who are active users of the internet by PC or mobile, who are very active to the civic engagement. And the thing is that the important thing is, even though they were both very aggressive to participate in civic engagement after the earthquake, these two networks were not connected each other. So one of the purposes is to design practices and activities for us can be like how to bridge these two networks. So to launch the storytelling practice, we set these mainly three goals. The one is design activities for residents to talk to each other about local community. And secondly, we try to make a cooperative program between activities online, which means workshop mainly, and offline and online. And at last, we also try to make a network by engaging with local sectors like local governments or local or media like a cable TV station to manage and support that project. So from now, I would like to show you the examples from the IEO government with the Memory of Community project we started in May 2011 till last year. To start with, I have to just explain about what is IEO government, and there's not so much time. I just say that IEO is one syllable group of the modern Japanese, and ga means photo, and bun means text. And this is the IEO government mainly for this project was consisted by 3 photos and 3 sentences. And there's a rule that if you had a theme of new, you have to start first sentence, start with N. And for the second sentence, you have to start with E. And the same thing, that the third sentence start with W. So the easiest way is just show you the example that I made a day before yesterday using the photo I took in London last year when I came here. So if themes are new, no regrets on fighting, and eat what you want with a nice sense of humor. So this is the role that we designed for the IEO government workshops. So in the workshop, we asked the participants to bring their memorable photos from their house and use them in the workshop like this. We firstly asked them to introduce themselves using their photos they brought to the workshop. And then we asked them to make an IEO government story with the government format, and we asked firstly to make IO government work by themselves, like in person, and then we asked them to make a group, and then again, and after mixing up all the photos of participants, we asked them to make collaborative stories in the group. And every time they finished making it, we also asked them to show and present the story with the context, like what discussion happened in the group, or what was the thought or feeling about in the process of making it. And we also asked them to, after the showing, asked them to put some comments, small comments, using the poster. So I just show you two examples from the project, and we had a big theme as a rediscovering memories in this project, and we had also a small themes with 3 words. It was very difficult to translate in English, so I just show you what was made by nickname the lady called Grandma. Let's go. If you go up this hard slope, because the Bunkyo Ward is a famous place, we have a lot of small slopes, so I think she selected this photo. There will be a brilliant future. And this is the photo from the local festival of the Japanese apricot, a plum, in February season. And this is from example from a man, nickname is Hata. Great earthquake made condor statue about to fall down. If you can see the photo, this is a statue in Hongo campus of University of Tokyo, but it slightly moved here by the earthquake, and he found it, and he had a photo of that, so he used that photo. By the way, the condor is the architect, British architect. He used to teach in various universities in Tokyo. And it was 1 year ago, everything disappeared from the shelves of the supermarket, and we were so worried. He also had a photo he took in a supermarket after last week.
About 20 or 30 pictures and only the narration, no effects, sound effects or something like that. And we went there, spent 2 days with iPads, and some of my grad school students be like an editor or interviewer, and discuss each other and make this one. And here is his professor and her professor, and she's here. And we've done this kind of Ogawa and Ito and others, and including us, doing this kind of activities in some university, mostly in the Tohoku area. And once made this kind of media content, and then another university, and then we connect, make the gathering of those university students who are suffering in a different way, in a different area, and then try to make a kind of the dialogue again, and to make another story by them. And this kind of the chain activity are now going on. Well, I will show you some my future plan as a final part of our discussion that holds of the March 11 situation, and there are many new activities inside the universities, and I am very happy to meet new colleagues like the specialist of digital archiving, big data analyst, and also the urban designer or community designers. And I have no time to show you the website of them, but these kind of activities are not the area of the media studies, as you know, but our vector is very resembled and sometimes overlap. And what we found with them is that after 2 years, many things are forgotten, and many discussions are gone. But this is a time for us to get together, to encourage the people living here, living there and here, to have very different voices from the mass media. And of course, the area also covered my own, town, I think. And in that point, I think that transdisciplinary, it's not just like this interdisciplinary, doing the challenge to bridge the different area and do a collaborative project, not only among the specialists, but with the local citizens and local industry is very important thing. And also, because I have been engaging in the designing activities before coming to the academia, design is sometimes a very difficult word, and it's a long time to reconstruct the situation. And design is sometimes a very top-down, perspective. So we have to be very careful, and also we have to be very, reflective about our academic positionality, or we need some healthy pessimism, and positive designing is very important thing. And because I have been doing this kind of things, our activity is very hyper-local one. We are, concerned about a very, micro-level society. But if we are focusing on those kind of things and then knit them each other and try to, share with a global network, I think that might be something for the media design of the future. And last part is a kind of real for me, so thank you very much, and I want to have a discussion with you.
Thank you very much, Professor Mizukoshi and Dr. Toriumi. It was certainly a very interesting talk and lots to think about. I'm going to take questions, but before that, I want to offer you guys a comment. As you already know, and the March 11th, and the earthquake and nuclear disaster was a huge event. I really grew up thinking that in my lifetime, I would never see an event as big as that. My grandmother, grandparents used to tell me about the war, and again, I was growing up thinking that something like that would never happen in my lifetime, and that disaster was that was a big event, and I remember feeling powerless, even numb, as a scholar in humanity and social science, thinking as whether is there anything we can do? We're not a nuclear scientist, we're not a engineer, and we really feel that they have this sense of powerlessness. But I think listening to his presentations, listen to their presentations, they have come up with a whole new way of engaging with the communities, with the people outside and inside academia. And I think that was really refreshing, for me to learn about their project. And I'm looking forward to learn more from them. But that really is my comment. There are certainly roles and place for academics in humanities and social sciences in an event like this, and they talk about editing. They talk about being self-reflexive and embedded themselves in the. But I think that's my comment. Not really a question, but that's my comment.